We've invited Janet Hills today, and we were both sort of interested in Adele, and she's just won the
6 Grammy Awards.
Yep, 6 Grammy Awards. That's a lot. So this picture actually shows that she's holding all these trophies.
Yeah.
I know 2 songs by her. One is "Someone Like You," and the other one is "Set Fire to the Rain." Rolling in the Deep. Yeah. This one I know also. I've heard of it. Yeah, because the MV was very special, with the glasses of water vibrating, right? Yep. So my first reaction is the song "Someone Like You," and it's a very popular song and accepted by many people. And she was walking on the street in Paris, where I visited in 1998 and then 2011. So I was just wondering how they cleaned up all the people on the streets. The envy. So okay, I'll give you the microphone.
Yeah, so I mean, we were just talking about this. Adele has won all these amazing awards. She's a really gifted singer, only 23 years old, and this is her first real album, 21, about her ex-lover who left her for someone else, and just her heartbreak over that. And it's really simple, but everybody can relate to that, you know, your first love and you've lost them, and how that feels. But what we really were wanting to talk about in regards to this was that I had heard on the radio that Karl Lagerfeld was quoted as saying that Adele was fat. And you know, a lot of people were really shocked by this, especially because he's a fashion mogul and, you know, he should be able to cater to the sizes of all women. So we kind of wanted to get into a discussion of what's fat in Taiwan and in Asia versus what's considered fat in North American or Western countries, because there's a really big difference between that. Yeah.
Well, she's more interested in talking about the sizes. I'm more interested in talking about Someone Like You, because in the lyrics, I'll go back to what you like, okay? Because in the lyrics it says, "Never mind, I'll find someone like you. Never mind, I'll find someone like you." But I was just sort of giving you an idea, because I can't really sing that well. But she's singing this with so much anger. You know, and she has a powerful voice, and I see it's like never mind, you know, like I don't care, you know, I'll find someone like you. So this is like you know, the word oxymoron. It's like a contradiction. It's like I don't care, but at the same time I'll find someone like you, and that's a little just I just don't understand. But at the same time, well, let's go back to what you said about being fat. I personally think she's alright. I mean, as long as she's healthy. I mean, who really decides who is fat or who is not? Because I heard on the news there was some very famous model, actually a male model. I heard this from Chinese media, Chinese-speaking media, news media, that actually some guy is actually modeling as a woman.
Okay.
That's like a fashion now, so that's a little weird to me. Yeah, to me. And he he was actually very, very beautiful until he started to speak. And then and then sort of totally turned me off. So yeah.
Well, I guess I can address everything here all together. Okay. First off, the lyrics of this song, Nevermind, I'll Find Someone Like You, all the other, from what I've read about Adele, all of the other songs on that CD were actually about her, like, saying, I'm fine without you, I don't need you, you know, this is my life without you and I'm happy. But this was the one song where she was kind of expressing her heart, kind of like, okay, I'm saying I'm happy, but maybe I haven't 100% come to terms with it yet. And she was just thinking of, you know, maybe she's 40 years old and, you know, she still thinks back to when she was in love with this guy and, you know, she sees him out on the street with his family and what that's going to feel like. And this whole never mind, I'll find someone like you is kind of like, you know, I really loved you, but you don't want me, so I'm going to find somebody better. So it's more like her kind of goodbye to him, I guess, in a way. So that's why this is really about. In terms of like the, you know, fat and skinny and male models becoming women, I think that there's a really big difference here. Like my best friend just moved here from Canada a month ago, and she's noticed like such a change in me, even from when I was in Canada and now that I'm here, because I've been here for 4 years. So when I first moved here, I was like quite a bit larger and I was dating someone. I didn't really care, but as time went on, he moved back to Canada. We were no longer together, and I just started to get into this whole, I guess I could say, like, Taiwanese world, where there's so much of a pressure to be thin here. There's so much pressure. Even now, like, I think a lot of people consider me not thin, just like average, or maybe a little on the fat side. When back at home, you know, I send my family pictures of me and they're like, wow, you're so skinny, and, you know, stuff like this. So my size back home is a 6. So this is considered like a skinny size. But here in Taiwan, this is like the largest size you could be before you're considered fat. So this is something that really, you know, hits home for us. And I should note that in Canada and in Western countries, it's really rude to call somebody fat. And here, it's like, how is the weather today? Oh, you're looking a little fat. It's nice to see you again, you know? So there's a real big difference with that. And actually this weekend, somebody called my friend fat. We were like in an elevator and the elevator started beeping. They were like, oh, you're too fat, get off the elevator. And that really hurt her.
That's really bad. That's really
yeah, that really hurt her. It was a Taiwanese person. It was like a shock for her. And she was really upset about it, yeah. And I can understand that, but I kind of warned her, like, you know, there's a big difference here. I think that a lot of Western people think Taiwanese people are too skinny, and a lot of Taiwanese people think Western people are too fat.
Well, for example, I think you're totally fine, but you think I'm very skinny.
Yeah. Right.
But you see, for this would be an okay size for most of my Taiwanese friends. But when I first moved back in 2005, and also the visits prior to that, and people were calling me fat, or you're just like big chunk, you're so strong, and like I didn't know why, because I thought I was fine or I was fit in the States, but then I realized I was actually, because looking at the pictures in the States, I actually was fat. Yeah, like now I probably have a little bit of fat on the waist, but I used to be like fatter. Yeah, so I'm not skinny.
I think the point we're taking away and the point we're trying to say is Adele is beautiful. She has her own situation. She's touched a lot of people. People are beautiful the way they are. There's no need for us to have this, you know, thought in our society about, oh, you're so fat or you're so thin. We should just leave it at that and look at people for who they are on the inside.
It's this guy's name Lagerfield? Lagerfield. Yeah, a lot of that's a lot of people's like a role model or like being worshipped by a lot of people.
Right.
But I personally don't like his looks. It's like always with sunglasses and he's like what 60, 70 years old, looking like trying to be like a 20-year-old. I mean, I have opinions, so how can he be saying that? I mean, I've never said this to anybody, but now I'm just saying this because he said Adele is fat. So that means I can say, you know, or you look too gay.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? So let's get back at him. You know.
Perhaps. Yeah. People just judge people too much.
Yeah. Because I've never said anything. I just, you know, personally, I don't even remember who he is. But yeah. Okay.